what did happen, best you can tell, with Deshaun Watson not going to Miami and Stephen Ross actually still meeting with Deshaun Watson? You made mention earlier in this about Chris Greer, the general manager of the Dolphins, statement of everybody putting the Humpty Dumpty Tua back together again right here, with everybody sitting and thinking they're going to just be playing out a string to try and get to another crack at Watson, right?
Yeah, I mean they're clearly not all in with Tua. And listen, as with Trubisky, right, who came in the same draft as Mahomes and Watson and actually went way before them. I mean, Tua came after Burrow. Okay, well, Burrow went one, but he's been really, really good. And he came right before Herbert, and you just can't ignore it. I mean, the guy's been, from the start, has been, a potential superstar. And so, they're not all in with him by any means, and I don't think that changes. As far as Watson, I mean, to me, it was always complicated. I'd read these reports where it said, well, the Texans, anything less than 3 wins is a deal breaker. And I'm like, yeah, you might be, not understanding your leverage, guys, with all due respect. Like, I mean, now, don't get me started on that dumpster fire of an organization, which, by the way, my first story for Bally Sports was about Chair Cal McNair dropping a little China virus comment into the public realm back in May, and sneering afterwards. So you've got him, you got Jack Easterby, you've got when Tyrod Taylor is out, you've got one of the worst football teams I've ever seen in my life taking the field. Although they play the Dolphins on Sunday, so that'll be a test. And so look, it's a messy, complicated situation, and it's a lot of compensation. The owner has to be willing to handle that stuff in the community because there's some pretty, creepy allegations. You've got the outstanding lawsuits. You've got the threat of criminal prosecution, and then you've also got the league possibly suspending him or putting him on the commissioner's exempt list. So to me, why didn't it get done? Because if you're going to give up all that, you want some degree of belief that the mess is getting cleaned up. And I guess they wanted him to settle all the civil lawsuits, which is probably tricky, and that didn't happen. So to me, that's probably why that and a combination of the Texans being like, look, man, we don't care about all that stuff. He's Deshaun Watson. If you want him, you got to pay. And it never made sense to me that a team would give up all that for a guy in that situation.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.